Friends, hackers, red teamers, lend me your exploits, for I have come to hack some hopefully easy boxes today on the slightly earlier, by slightly I mean like 4 hours earlier, Cyber Mentoring Monday stream. Welcome. I got a haircut. I had this haircut on Friday, so if you missed, that just proves you missed my Friday stream. So shame on you. But thank you. Yeah. I let it get way too long. So yeah, today is July 4th. Happy Independence Day if you are in the US. Or just generally, because, you know, what is good for America is ultimately good for the world. I couldn't say that with a straight face. All right. Yeah, it's Independence Day in the US, so hence I have the day off. And I figured, because it's Independence Day, most of my American viewers are probably, you know, not online. They might be. But either way, I figured I would do this early stream so that some of the European and apparently Indian followers can join the stream for once. You did... it was Canada Day. Okay. Well, I guess that makes sense. So yeah, it's same Cyber Mentoring Monday stream as usual. However, just at a slightly earlier time, and hey, maybe we'll get some different viewers in chat. That would be always be good. Okay, Cat is still here. Yeah, I figured we'd get some Americans, but I imagine most people are with their families, having a cookout or something. So yeah, I figure it won't be too bad. Yeah, let's get started. So what we'll do is we'll start with a wheel spin. So for those of you who do not know, which might be some people because obviously I am streaming it at an earlier time, every time somebody subscribes to my Twitch or donates a certain amount, which we haven't got a rule for, they get a spin on this lovely wheel, which has various things that can happen on it. Some of them are good for me, some of them are good for chat, some of them are bad for me. Like tool bands. Where is it? Oh, I think we got rid of tool bands. Tool band is currently off the wheel, but there is an add a category. Where is it? There, it's upside down. Which means you can add it back. Now, I start my streams with a free spin. So we'll do a free spin. As one, buy a new spin wheel option. You know, maybe that could be a channel point redemption. Yeah, let's do that. Whoops. Alright, hang on a minute. Manage rewards. Add a new custom reward. Yeah, we'll have to. Hacking upside down is a complicated one. So what happens is, I go into my Windows settings and I change this main screen to flip it. So it's upside down for me. The problem, which we discovered the first time we tried it, is that Streamlabs is clever, and Streamlabs still displays it the correct way up on the stream. So I literally had to grab my phone, I had to take a photo of the upside down screen and then flip it over, preserving, you know, the the right way up the picture was, to show that it actually was upside down. I mean, it's pretty obvious by the fact that I was always when I went right with my cursor, it went left, etc. I tell you what, we'll add a custom reward at some point then. It's going to require a bit more thought. But we'll do a spin right now for free. The last person who spam, I can't remember, landed on the 2 times reward. Where was it there? 2 times next spin. So whatever we land here gets, we'll get 2 of. So let me just make sure the volume is down, and we will spin. Well, there you go. You get add a category anyway. So add 2 categories. All right, chat. You get to decide. 2 categories. Now, the ones that we have removed are currently tool ban, change stream title, and reset box. Those are the ones that we removed. I think they were the only ones. Oh, there's actually everyone subscribed to my YouTube channel is currently removed. The chess game against chat. This one was removed just because the chess game against chat takes about 30 minutes to actually do. So it's kind of difficult. 5 Comp TIA A+ questions, which is just annoying. Pick a lock is currently removed because I don't have a way to properly display the lock picking on stream. It's kind of annoying. But yeah, those were the ones that were removed. So also, I mean, you could also, you know, come up with a completely new category. So what we'll do, chat, you discuss amongst yourselves, and then we'll come up with a short list, and we'll vote for a couple. All right. Meanwhile, let's start off Stream Raiders. Change the terminal. Yeah, that's a good one. There you go. We'll start Stream Raiders off. I'm gonna go down here actually. I'm not streaming shirtless. What am I doing? There we go. I mean, obviously, I'd only change it to a font that I had installed. Okay. So Stream Raiders is up. If you haven't played Stream Raiders before, you click on the link in chat, sign in with your Twitch account. Every 5 minutes, you'll hear an announcement noise, which basically tells you, hey, you should place a unit. And then after 30 minutes, we will have a battle, and it's just a way to kind of just break up the stream a little bit. First thing we need to decide, though, is whether we do TryHackMe or Proving Grounds. So I'm going to do a poll. And again, for Cyber Mentoring Monday, we generally avoid Hack the Box, because Hack the Box easy boxes tend not to be easy at all. They're not very good for just showcasing stuff for newcomers. So we tend to avoid them. Like I like an easy box. I think should take a maximum of an hour and a half. And Hack the Box stuff like easy can take 2 to 3 hours sometimes. It's just kind of annoying. Raise lower voice pitch for 5 minutes. I would have to look into how I do that. But we got some. Okay, I'm gonna write down these suggestions. So we have change terminal font. Okay, I'm vetoing stream shirtless. Dial in a guest? Like, what do you mean by dial in a guest? Showcase a new tool for 5 minutes. I mean, I guess we could try that. I'm not entirely sure how that would work. Raise / lower voice pitch for 5 minutes. That one sounds fun. Yeah, C-Top. This is. I mean, yeah, it's pretty well known, I think, in the industry. I guess that Hack the Box difficulty ratings are kind of absurd. And it may just be me, but I think an easy box should be doable by a complete beginner. Like it shouldn't be too difficult. And you know, it might take a complete beginner a fair few hours of research. But it should take a person like me or Al Hazred or Gar7 or any of the other cybersecurity streamers. It shouldn't take us more than an hour and a half. You know, it's fine to have things that take a while, like directory busting, maybe even brute forcing, but the path through the box should be pretty obvious. It should be, okay, there's an FTP server with a username on it, you know, there's a password maybe in a file somewhere, and just you can see the way through the box. It shouldn't throw any curveballs. Like, I'm fine with mediums throwing curveballs, so you kind of expect that. Medium and hard should throw curveballs. Looks like Proving Grounds 1, so I need to figure out, go to classic view, I think. I really don't want it to be retired. Yeah, Hack the Box starting point is good. We did a starting point on stream, and the starting point boxes are all easy, actually easy. So, but in Hack the Box they're rated very easy. So very easy for Hack the Box is easy for everywhere else, basically. All right, so we're gonna do warm up. Let's do. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll do a poll for the options we have for the current 3 new spin options. New wheel option. Alright. So remember, you get 2 of these, so whichever ones lose will have another vote. Hang on. Showcase, new tool for 5 min. Raise, lower, voice, pitch. 5 min. Okay, I can't really type much in these. I'm going to give you guys a minute to vote on these. So whichever one wins here will be added to the wheel, then we'll vote between the 2 losers, okay? Read a chapter from a hacking themed book for 5 minutes. That one might run into licensing issues, though, so I'm hesitant to do that. Drink and finish a hot Mike's Hard Lemonade while hacking. Why does it have to be hot? I like Mike's Hard Lemonade, so honestly, I could do that easily. I mean, I'd have to go buy some. Do a quick logic gate challenge. That actually would be interesting. Were you here for the stream where I played? It was a game. I forget what it's called. Hang on, let me open my stream. Let me open Steam. Okay, new tool showcase. 1. Turing complete. Here we go. It was this game. Did you? This was awesome. You basically build a computer from scratch. So you actually have to design the logic gates, and then you use what you've built so far to build new logic gates, and then memory and everything. It's kind of crazy. But yeah. Okay, so showcase a new tool for 5 minutes. 1. So we'll have another vote for the second option. New wheel option. Change terminal font. Raise, lower, voice pitch. 5 minutes. Okay, I'm just going to do 5. For some reason they don't let me type much in the way of actual so they have really like low limit on the actual length of options for some reason. Why is my poll not displaying? Come on. There should be a poll displaying in the center of the screen right now. I don't know why it doesn't work, but there we go. Alright, let me add the so we got showcase, new tool, 5 minutes. Alright. Well, I give that a 5 because I don't think there's going to be many options for that. Okay, we got raise / lower voice pitch 5 mil. Okay, we'll do that as 5 as well. All right, we got some good ones there then. So Proving Grounds 1. So there are a few that we've done, like all these. So now we basically need box suggestions. So if I actually scroll down, there's a new one, Evil Box 1. Oh, that's what? That's intermediate. I mean, it's in the easy category, so I guess. So anyway, suggestions. We got Funbox Rookie, BBS Cute, Pi EXP, all these lovely ones. We have, I think, done some of these. In fact, maybe I can figure out which ones we've done. Then go into Proving Grounds. So we have done a few that are probably here. Or maybe most of these are down here. Alright, yeah. I seem to remember us doing potato at one point, but to be honest, all the boxes tend to blur together. So, suggestions. We need people. We need at least 3 in the shortlist. It does look like I never finished Lamp. It's either I didn't finish it or I finished it and forgot to submit the flag, which is entirely possible. I should actually probably go to my YouTube channel and see if I actually finished it, because it'll be uploaded there somewhere. Okay, yeah, it looks like I did. Oh, I know why. I remember now. Okay. Lampiao was the one that had the Dirty Cow exploit that literally kept crashing. Like we tried 3 different exploits, all of them just crashed the box. And so we gave up on it because we knew how to exploit it. Ultimately, it was a shitty box. So yeah, that's why. We knew exactly what to do. I believe actually we even got a root shell at one point. It just crashed immediately afterwards. So I couldn't even get the flag, which is kind of annoying. Okay, Hanatra. Yeah, we can do that one. Can I... Come on. Okay, gonna copy that. We need 2 more boxes. I'm pretty sure we've done Sunset Decoy. I just never actually submitted the flags. Hanatra is rated hard by the community. Oh boy. Alright. Let's see if we can find an easy one. Wpwn. I'm going to choose Wpwn as one. Let's get some actual ones rated easy. Saw. Okay. Alright, we'll do another poll. And then once we boot the box, we'll do some marbles. And if you don't know what that means, you are in for a treat. Wpwn and Saw. And we'll give you 2 minutes to vote. There we go. I don't know why the poll didn't appear last time. So, let's set up marbles. Don't know if we've done that one. So Marbles is a fun game that we play on stream. All you have to do to play, literally all you have to do is type !play in chat. It's a physics-based simulator, so you don't control your marble. Some people like to type !boost during the race. It does nothing in this game mode. There is a game mode where it does work. However, this game mode, all you have to do is type !play. It's 5 letters. I think everybody can do it, even if you're on mobile. So if you haven't ever typed in chat before, here is your chance. It looks like 5 shields up. Not 5 shields up, just shields up. There's a first-time chatter. Well done. Let's get a lot of people in. So what we'll do once the poll ends, we'll start up that box, we'll start marbles, and we'll have a lovely marble race while the box boots. Looks like we've got a lot of people playing. That's always good. The more people who play, the more chaotic it will be, because marbles will smash into other marbles. It can support up to 500 players, so the 40 viewers we have now is plenty enough. Okay, Wpwn won, so I'm going to start Wpwn. I think I actually have to connect to the VPN though. Alright, I'm going to start a 60-second countdown. You have 60 seconds to still join if you want to play. PG. Okay, and Wpwn. Boot that box up. All right. 20. So half a chat in is pretty good, to be honest with you. So we are good. 30 seconds left, though. Anyone else wants to join? Again, you don't have to do anything other than type !play. You just watch the screen. You watch your marble race down. I will try and give commentary as it happens. But yeah. 10 seconds left, everybody. Alright, 20 marbles. First thing you're going to do is race down to the bottom of this whole thing. So, it's going to be quite chaotic at the start. Everybody going down. Is anyone going to get in first try? No, we all just circle. Alright. Who is going to be the first in? Nobody yet. Ooh. It's hard to see who's really close to getting in. There's a cluster of marbles and then there's like a line. Who is going to be first? Oh, this is kind of crazy, actually. Oh, I think it's Urizen. I think it was. Yes, it is. All right, I'm gonna follow Urizen Lux or Urizen Lux. Shields Up is in second place. Particle de Dieu and C-Top, sorry. But look at the lead that Urizen Lux has. So the Enigma is, I believe, somebody on a previous stream. So that's basically a ghost. Urizen Lux is trying to beat the ghost. Oh, hit into that. Shields Up is... Oh, Shields Up got a really good boost. And is now in first place. Well done, Shields Up. Oh, but ghosts are spooky. What was that? That was insane. What kind of boost did you get? And you're straight past Enigma. This could be a new Streamlet record. Saturday, Jerry, and Jonas. F's in chat. Very Dweena. Zero Kieran as well. falling off the edge of the world, but holy crap, goes to Spooky. I don't even know what happened there. You must have hit like 3 boosts in a row. Rise and Lux coming in, probably second place, and then DZE64. But Ghost of Spooky just taking the stream record from Enigma. So the stream record was 2 minutes and basically 2 minutes and 3 seconds. So we'll see at the end how well you did. Yeah, you beat the record by 4 seconds. Well, 3.5, but nicely done. There you go. And I think that's your first win on this stream, right? So well done. Well done, my friend. Okay. I'm going to go back to the race menu and we'll go back to the screen. So yeah, you see, we do that every now and then. It's all a lot of fun. All right, so Wpwn. We are going to create a directory for Wpwn. I'm also going to create a page in my Notion project for Wpwn. I'll copy the IP address. Okay. And opens the full page. We'll get rid of the stupid small width. Lovely. Okay, we're going to run Auto Recon. Auto Recon is a tool I wrote. If you want to check it out, just go to that. Basically, it's really useful on these kind of streams because it'll do most of your enumeration for you, which obviously saves a lot of time. We can see we have port 22 and port 80. 22 is usually going to be SSH, port 80 is usually going to be HTTP, and in fact, if we go down here, you'll see that actually, yes, we did identify SSH, and we also identified HTTP. So that's all good. So now, AutoRecon is basically going to do an nmap scan of SSH specifically. You can see the command here. It's then going to do a directory busting scan. It's going to look for various known files. It's going to run its own nmap. It won't do any vhost enumeration because the target was not a host name. We just gave an IP address. But yeah. It's identified the server as Apache 2438, which I don't think is that old. What we will do is go to Burp Suite. We'll open Burp Suite's browser and we'll just check out port 80 manually. Okay, so we got Wpwn books, have fun. Let's have a look at the source code. It just says that. So probably what we are looking for are some files on this server. Let's check out robots.txt. Okay. I mean, it says there's a secret and then it says, haha, just kidding, but we should check it out anyway, to be honest with you. Yeah, nothing. All right. So we are probably going to be looking for some actual directory busting. So what we can do is go in using Atom, which is an amazing editor that they are discontinuing for various stupid reasons. We can drill down into the scans directory, into TCP80, which is the port that we're on, go into the dirbuster, and look at that. We have a bunch of 403s, 403 forbiddens. These are specifically for Apache servers. There's usually a rule in Apache that if any file starts with a dot, you do a 403. Anyway, files that start with a dot are hidden files in Linux. So this is usually why. So unfortunately, with the word list we're using, there are a bunch of hidden files that it tries for good reasons. You know, you should always try and see if you can access these. But either way, we have also this WordPress block. So let's go here. What looks like a WordPress block. just another pwnable WordPress site. Okay. Now, even if it didn't say that it was a WordPress site, you can generally tell if you go into the source code and you just look around for a minute. You usually will find this thing, WP content, WP includes. These are extremely indicative of WordPress. So pretty standard for WordPress, to be honest with you. We have a user, author admin. There might be other things, but chat, what should we do when what's the first thing we should do when we find a WordPress blog on, honestly, any pen test? Does anyone know? WP scan, the Mrs. Raven, or the Mrs. Even, or the Mr. 7. Could be any of it. Is it the Mr. 7 or is it the Mrs. Even? Because could be either of those. Mr. 7, alright. That's good. Alright, yeah, so we'll use WP scan. So WP scan, this is actually a pretty good command which we used on Friday. So I'm going to copy it and then just change the address, the URL. So the URL we wanted is, we need to make sure we include the /WordPress because that's where the blog actually is. It's going to, unfortunately, copy the HTTP stuff. So this bit, this weird looking parameter here, this -e, is the enumerate parameter. And these weird little codes just mean enumerate vulnerable plugins, VP, vulnerable themes. I believe this is config backups, and this is database exports. And then U1 to 10 is literally try and enumerate users 1 through 10. That's pretty much all it means, and we're just going to run that and see what happens. Now remember, we already know one of the users is just admin. It would be useful to know if there are any vulnerable plugins though. But it does find a few things, so it obviously will highlight the headers, the server header. It will tell you if a README's been found, which it has. It's got an an upload directory has listing enabled. That's actually pretty interesting, to be honest with you. So we're going to copy this, and we're going to go. Okay, it did find one user. I think I need to take the space out. No, I don't. This is interesting, right? So, nothing in August of 2020, and nothing in July of 2022. Okay. This does have one comment, which is probably the default comment, to be honest with you. And in fact, it's just disappeared. So another thing we can do with WP scan, we go to the help menu, is we can brute force passwords. So we give it a list of usernames. We obviously know the username is admin. So honestly, we basically just rerun this. All we're going to do is tell it to enumerate user 1. And I think we just do 1-to-1 actually, maybe. Username admin. And the password list, we will use user share word lists rock you. See how that goes. Okay, there you go. So it's basically just going to try a password attack. It does it pretty quickly. In the meantime, we will take another look. No other files have been found in the directory busting. What did the mmap find? Anything interesting? Yeah, so I think you can probably just give it U11. Sorry, just U1. But if I scroll up to the stuff here. If you go to this, user IDs range, e.g. U1 to 5 will enumerate users 1 to 5. Now I only wanted to enumerate the one user because we knew about it. You have to, I think, give it something for enumerate. Otherwise it'll try a bunch of stuff. And obviously for this brute force, all we care about is the user. Maybe try a sec list. Yeah, I mean, if Rocky doesn't give us anything soon, yeah, we'll try something. Let's see what else is happening. So basically, all the scans are finished apart from the directory busting scan. So we'll leave that running because it's entirely possible there is some other directory somewhere. The other thing we didn't check out was the SSHM map scan. Really, the only thing you're looking for here is this lovely section down here. Supported authentication methods. Sometimes this will just be public key. Sometimes it'll have public key and password. If it has public key and password, this means that if you identify a password for a user on the box, you can likely use that to log in. If password isn't here, you're going to need a public key, which in terms of the CTF either means you have to find a public key or you can generate one later to easily get back onto the box. Alright, there's a battle ready to begin, so we will go to Stream Raiders while this is running. Looks like we've got a large number of people, always good. So we're going to do this, and let's see. I just noticed, well, I should probably reset the clock on my VM. So we'll do that in a minute. Alright, well done everybody. Well done Particle de Dieu and Heycash. Get some rewards. And we will continue here. There we go. So yeah, I need to change the clock. There we go. Actually, that's not correct either. That's the right one, I guess. That's the current time, anyway. Mr. Seven, what do you mean by this? It doesn't look like we've found anything yet. Oh, it's Stream Raiders. So if you look at the link above your message, it's just a game we play every half an hour to keep the stream a little bit fresh. You click the link in the stream and sign in with your Twitch account. Every 5 minutes you'll hear an alert, which means you can go place a unit on the battlefield. More units to place, you place, obviously the more successful the battle will be for us, and also the more chances you'll get to win prizes and upgrade your units. I mean, guess we could try logging in. Try admin. Try admin password. Try admin let me in. Password 123. WordPress. Wpwn. Alright. Let's try a different word list, because it looks like this one isn't really working very well. Sec lists. Passwords. Should we do 2020 most used? See if that helps. It did not. Okay. Let's do the probable top 12,000. You think I could ask for some guidance on living off the land attacks? Currently going for the OCP, and I've gone off my own research and discovered how to weaponize local programs, but I want to move beyond just copy and pasting. Honestly, like, GDFO bins and the living off the land binaries are there for a reason. They're there to make your job easy. The only other thing I could suggest is obviously if you find a binary that looks like it's privileged in some way and it's not on GTFO bins, you can just use Google and see if there's any research to do with that. But yeah, I mean, the only other way would literally be to research them in your own time. I think for OSCP level, GTFO bins is fine. It's pretty much the expected way. I mean, I have a privilege escalation course for Linux, and that's what we use anyway. So GTFO bins failed me twice yesterday. How did it fail you? Like, was it the binary just wasn't on there? Because yeah, I can see that happening. But in that case, it's usually just a issue of Googling it. You can't use automated exploits, but GTFO bins is not automated. And to be honest, GTFO bins is only updated when, people submit to it. So I'll hazard you should probably, if you haven't already, go to their GitHub page and submit a pull request or something. WP scan should be faster than Hydra, yeah, for this, because WP scan can use the there's various methods it can use. Let me just go to the help text, because obviously Hydra can only use the web interface. Right, here we go. So WP scan can either use WP login, which is obviously the web interface, or it can use the XML RPC if it's enabled, or the XML RPC multicore. So it's got 3 different ways of logging in. I don't know which one it's using right now. Probably WP login, okay. The name of the box is Wpwn. I'll put that in the subject, actually. This will be interesting if we don't find a username. Directory busting is still going, but we haven't found anything else. So this is probably just going to be the, yeah, exactly, W. Okay. Was there anything in here? Okay, that's not where we want to go. Interestingly, it seems to be like slightly broken. You note how this is the last tag, so it looks like the site is almost broken. Can't actually see the contents of the post, which is interesting. I wonder if we need to grab the RSS feed, maybe? Should be somewhere. Yeah, here. There's the comments feed. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so auto recon did finish. No valid passwords found. Okay. Let's have a look at some of the. Did it find any plugins at all? So what we could probably do, since we only scan for vulnerable plugins, what we could try and do is scan for all plugins, which I believe is all AP. Okay. So it has this social warfare plugin, which is one I actually did notice in the source code of the page somewhere there. So we got social warfare 352. Does that match up? Yes. So the question is there an exploit for this? There is. This is why you shouldn't always trust WP Scan. So there's an RCE exploit in the social warfare plugin. So it looks like you can include a URL here. So we'll try that. So what we're going to do is we're going to just have an HTTP. Actually, sorry, we'll do vim test.txt Tiberius Python 3 -m HTTP server in this directory. No, just there. Just a guy. Yeah, well, it's July 4th. I have the day off, and I figured I would do an earlier stream for the Europeans. Okay, so we're going to HTTP // then my IP address 192.168.49.223 on port 8000 test.txt. Was it port 8000? Hey, look, that got it. So we should see. Okay, no changes made. So does that mean it executes the file? Possibly. So the question is, can we just put anything in here? Like, can we just do... Can we do PHP code, maybe? PHP info? Did it actually get it? It did. I should probably read up on what this actually does. We'll go to the GitHub page. Copy the following payload. Okay, so you can just do this. Alright, let's actually have a look at this then, shall we? So... so if I do... There we go, look at that. That's what we had to do. So effectively, this is included. This is an RFI, remote file inclusion. We host PHP code in a file on our server. We then give it this URL. It's going to go fetch it. It's going to include it in the page and execute whatever we tell it to. So what we can then do is we can actually get a reverse shell. So we can use rev shell gen. I need to give ports. So we're going to use 192.168.49.223. And get this. So we'll edit test.txt, and then we're just going to have to put it in system here. We don't actually have to use these pre-things, but screw it, we will. Rehost the file. And then over here, run a netcat reverse listener on the same port we gave. And then if we just control shift R again, you see it's taking a while to load. We got something back. If I type ID, look at that. We're in.
We are in.
Okay. So what I can do is I can close this tab now. All right. We're gonna stabilize our shell. Which Python 3? We do have Python 3. We're going to use -c import pty pty.spawn bin bash. This is going to get us a nice bash prompt. Control Z to suspend it. stty size to get the size of my current terminal. stty raw-echo semicolon FG basically means that anything we type into the terminal isn't going to be echoed back, and then FG brings the backgrounded process here back into the foreground. I need to do stty cols is 145 rows 36, and then I'm going to export term equals xterm -256 color. And now I should have a full shell, full terminal. I can do Control C and it will not just cancel the entire shell for me. We should also have there we go, yeah, tab completion as well. So the question is there a flag here? No. There is a flag there though. So we have the local.txt flag, which we can submit. There we go. Save that. Okay, we'll look for sudo-l and see. Okay, we don't have a password for data, so that's probably not it. So there's a Takis user. We can cd into their home directory. We can actually read user.txt as well. Is that something? Flag is in another file. Okay, that makes sense. The bash history is 0, so there's no bash history information there. So next step we'll do is we'll search for SUID files. So I'm going to copy this command. Let's see if we can find an SUID file. All of those look fine to me. You generally get a good idea of which files are vulnerable after doing this enough times. I can't see any in there that look too bad. So we could try some stuff like checking the permissions on Etsy password. In the shadow file. Nothing there. So right now we probably should just download LinPeas and start using that. CD into temp. The tool is called Hack Tools. It is an extension for Firefox and Chrome. So just search for Hack Tools extension. Super useful tool. Alright. Do we have wget? We do. So I have a copy of LinPeas always on my Apache server on my Kali box. So I could just do that. It's linpeas.sh, that would probably help. chmod plus x linpeas, and then we're going to do /linpeas-q to make sure the banner doesn't appear, and then we're going to redirect it into t, linpeas.txt. The advantage of using t is that it will write to a file, but it'll also output everything. So what do we have here? So we have a few Linux exploits, which might be the way in. If there's nothing that immediately pops out, what we'll do is we'll get somebody just to check a walkthrough and see if that is in fact the way in. Oh, I didn't actually check the... That is one thing I forgot to do. Because we now have the config file, it's actually done it for us, but there's a password in the config file. So that might actually be the password for the user. Probably. I haven't really been keeping notes. I probably should be keeping notes. So one thing we can do is try and switch to Takis and use this. Whoops. What's the password again? Use this weird password that they have. Okay.
We are in.
That worked. Let's write some of this up. So, found WordPress here. So WordPress located here. Admin user tried brute force. No luck. WP scan didn't find anything. However, there was a social oh, the social warfare plugin was outdated. Outdated and vulnerable. Oops, vulnerable. And then we just hosted a file. What was the file we hosted? Test.txt. There we go. So hosted the following file. Okay, and then visited this URL to trigger rev shell. And what's this one? Oops. Cool. No, how do I? Oh, jeez, come on. There we go. So we got a shell as data, found password in wp config. Password worked for user Takis. How do I install Notion on Linux? It's called Notion Enhanced, I believe. Notion Enhance. There you go. Okay. So that's basically a quick run through of how it worked. So now we have a password for Takis, which means we can also just copy it and then run sudo. Let's try it. Sudo-l. Okay. Does anyone know what this means? So this means you can run anything as you can run any command as any user, basically. So this is the users you can run commands as, which is all. This means you can run this command specifically without password, which makes no sense because we know Takis' password, but whatever. And this means you can run all commands. This is basically just ridiculous. You should never really see this. So we might just be able to do sudo-s. Yeah, we can. Sudo-s basically just spawns a shell. It's basically the same as running sudo bin bash, really. So now we're root. I mean, just pretty obvious. So I guess we'll do that again.
We are in.
Is it root.txt? No, it's proof.txt. Alright. I'm going to copy this flag and put it in here. Submit the flag. And cool. And I think it kills the box, right? No, it doesn't. Okay. Didn't that used to be a thing where it would kill the box? I feel like it was. Okay, cool. All right, let's pick another. I guess we'll do another poll. Which platform we want. So we can probably stick with the Proving Grounds, or we could do TryHackMe. Give you guys 2 minutes to vote on that. While we clean up. And then Takis could run any any command as any user without a password using sudo. Lol. Okay. Alright, we'll clean up all this mess. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Exit that. Probably. I'm trying to get into good note-taking habits first for streaming, because I noticed I just wasn't doing it properly, and it's also not a good thing to teach. There's bad note-taking. What was the time zone command? There we go. Okay, I think that should be fine now. EST apparently puts me back an hour. Is it EDT? No. So it is that one. All right, fair enough. There we go. That answers your question. Although I was on the phone. Oh my god, you guys tied it. All right, we'll flip a coin. I was on the phone with my dad earlier, and he heard about a new thing. I don't know why I just typed Google in there. Nottingham Tourette's Watch. This apparently gives me some hope. This is a clinical trial only in the stupid UK, but apparently it's a wearable device which delivers tiny electrical pulses, because Tourette's is a neurological disorder, so it's related to your nervous system. And apparently it can reduce and sometimes completely eliminate the severity of tics. So it works in two ways. It can counteract a tic, but it can also counteract. So if you talk to Tourette's sufferers, they'll say that you can feel the tic coming on, you just can't stop it. Apparently this can effectively eliminate the urge. There's like it's an urge to tic, so that's kind of how you feel it. I know I'm from the UK, but I live in the US. I don't want to go back to the UK just to get a stupid watch trial. And I probably won't even get in the trial. Yeah, so I mean, if they start actually developing this, that would be kind of cool. Yeah. So yeah, it is a bit like that. It's for some of them it's more sudden than a sneeze. And for some people it's a little less. Either way, looking interesting. Alright, so flip a coin. Alright, so heads is gonna be TryHackMe, tails is gonna be Proving Grounds. Okay, tails, Proving Grounds again. Alright. What were the other ones we chose? So we had Hanatraj. We had Saw. Is there another one people want to see? There's this Evil Box 1, which is new, but it's rated intermediate. Infosec prep I've already done, I just haven't done it on here. We have battle ready? Okay, cool. We'll do a battle in a minute. Inclusiveness? Okay. We'll do inclusiveness as well. Alright, let's do a poll. Okay. Which box? So we have Hanatraj. I'm probably butchering that. Sa and inclusiveness. Alright, 2 minutes. We will do Stream Raiders while we vote. Yeah, BFG 3000. Good name, by the way. This is what we do on the stream. And this is what most hacking streams have now become, is we do half gaming. So on this stream we do a mixture. We do Stream Raiders, which is what we're seeing right now. We do marbles, which is awesome. And then very occasionally we play chess. This is a multi like themed stream. It's basically a chess stream with occasional hacking. All right, so this game is Stream Raiders. We've done a marble race, just a guy. You missed out. I forget who won, but they beat the stream record. Ghost of Spooky won. Ghost of Spooky came out of literally nowhere, right from the back of the pack. Must have hit a combination of boosts and went straight past the ghost and beat the stream record by 3 seconds. And in fact, we will do another. Well, on DZ64 and MJ, we'll do another marble run. When this box is booting. Sorry. Let's go there. So use this guy. All right, everybody. So to play Stream Raiders, all you got to do is click that link that's appeared in the chat, and you will log in with your Twitch account. Every 5 minutes, you'll hear a little alert that means, "Hey, place one of your units on the battlefield." And in 29 minutes, I will hear an alert, which means, hey, we should have the battle. The more units you place, the better we will do in the battle, and the more chance you get at winning a I don't know, coins or something that you can use to upgrade your units, which is kind of cool. Okay, Inclusiveness 1, so what we can do is boot up Inclusiveness, change the subject, Inclusiveness, and we will in fact... Oh, I think I need to actually connect to the VPN again. Oops, open VPN. I think I need to do that again, right? It won't boot unless you're connected. Well, it's rated an intermediate, so that's okay. Okay. Let's inclusiveness add PG. Come on, expand and full width, please. Okay, empty. Save that. All right. While that is booting, we will play marbles. Procedural adventure. Sure, why not? Okay, so how you play marbles? This is completely zero player game. Effectively, you just have to type !play in chat. It's entirely physics based. You don't do anything other than that. So there's no reason not to type !play. All right, absolutely no reason. It's 5 characters. You can do 5 characters. We'll get a 60-second timer. You can still join while the timer is ticking down. !play in chat. The more marbles, the more chaos. So, yeah. Al-Hazred, I've given away TryHackMe vouchers on this stream using marbles before as well. So, you're not the first person to do that. And in fact, I was actually planning on doing one today anyway, so take that. I have one TryHackMe voucher to give away. We'll do it at the end. !play. There's 62 viewers currently. We've only got 20 people in the marbles game. So you got 13 more seconds. !play. And here we go. Okay. This looks like a... Okay. An interesting course. This is more of a... Looks like a marathon. But who do we have through? We have graphics. Oh, apparently not. Why is graphics not... How is graphics not first? I don't quite understand how it thinks... Okay, graphics is now first. The way it determins who's first in this game is kind of weird. Oh my goodness, what happened to you guys? Okay, like 6 people just died. And I don't know how. Okay, Al-Hazred just died. Oh my goodness. What is... Wow, hang on. Ghost Donkeys fell through a hole? Oh, there it is. But somehow managed to completely overtake everybody. Ghost Donkeys now with an amazing commanding lead. This is just insane. Did they win? They did win. That is apparently the end. Well, Ghost Donkeys with the amazing skip right there. Everybody else just fell straight through the hole and it's just off the map. Ghost Donkeys somehow managed to fall. I don't even know how that happened. Like, the hole is not above the map. Like, what happened? Where did they fall? Is it this? Oh, is it this hole here? I think there's... Yeah. That's crazy. And even more incredible, Ghost Donkeys was the only person to finish. Nobody else finished. That is even more impressive. Ghost Donkeys has an amazing run of luck right now. Not only did they hit the hole, which took them basically all the way to the end, but apparently nobody else was fast enough. Very good. All right, that was funny. That's a good map. Procedural adventure. Hey Gar, I see you in chat. You should play procedural adventure on your next stream. That's a good one. Very short. But yeah. Okay, we've got inclusiveness. So I'm just gonna destroy a bunch of these tabs. We are gonna obviously use auto recon. Auto recon in chat is a tool I wrote. I didn't even make a directory for this. Inclusiveness is a tool I wrote that just helps with enumeration. So I'm going to copy the IP address. I'm going to actually put the IP address in here. Yep. Chroma for near. You mean the colors? The colors, I believe, are just it's lolcat, I think. Yeah, you pipe it to lolcat and then you just mess around with the -f. So I set it to 0.2. It seems to be nice. But apparently you can pipe anything. Like if I cat Etsy password. There you go. you get a nice rainbow. That's kind of cool. I should pipe auto recon for it. Although I think it won't. No, it won't work with it because it'll only do it at the end. Asura we generally do that for Hack the Box and TryHackMe. However, for Proving Grounds, they don't tend to use host names, I've noticed. Or if they do, it's only, you know, when you find it on the actual box itself. I also don't use Etsy hosts. I use DNS mask. DNS mask, much easier because you can do stuff like this. You can say, okay, for the address.cserver.tryhackme, use this IP address, which means use it for cserver.tryhackme and also any subdomain. Whereas if you put it in the host file, you would have to define every single subdomain you wanted. So this is just one step less. Well, a few steps less, actually. You have to then obviously run a DNS mask instance on your box, and you have to set that DNS mask instance as your DNS server, your local DNS server. Okay, so let's actually have a look at the results here. We've got FTP, SSH, and HTTP, it looks like. Let's go into inclusiveness, results, scans, check out the FTP. Looks like we have... Okay. Anonymous FTP is allowed. So let's actually check that out. So for anonymous FTP, you connect using this. You then just type the name anonymous. And then depending on the implementation, you either just use a blank password, or you use anonymous as the password, or you can use anything as the password. It really depends. So there is... can I use that? Yeah, okay. You can use... There's a pub directory, looks like. With nothing in it. But apparently, according to this, we can write files. This is writable. So, presumably what we can do, we just test.txt here. Liberius. FTP, anonymous. CD into pub, and then do put test.txt. And then do an ls. There's test.txt. So we can upload files, which is interesting. That might, if this is linked to a web server of some kind, that would be very interesting. And so, I mean, I guess the first thing we can try is actually try pub. Okay. That was a long shot. SSH is always good to check out. Again, just for this section, as I said earlier, supported authentication methods. We see public key and password, which means you can SSH using a public key or a password. Sometimes you'll just see public key here. If you see password, it means if you find a password for a user on the system, you can likely SSH in using that password. If password isn't there, you'd have to find a public key or somehow upload a public key or something in order to use that method. So at least we know if we find a password, we can use it for users. You're not a search engine. You can't read my robots.txt. Ooh, okay. So that's interesting off the bat. Robots.txt. .yxy. So let's go into Burp Suite. Go into this request. We'll send it to repeater. We'll change the user agent to just Google. Boom. That's how you do that. Should probably start doing notes. Okay. We'll do FTP 21. Anonymous FTP enabled. Hub directory. Writable. No files by default. Okay. HTTP 480 /robots.txt only accessible by web crawlers. Change a user agent to Google and get contents. And the contents are this. Alright, let's go to this URL. Secret information. DNS zone transfer attack. Well, this is interesting, right? 192.168.49.223. Yeah, actually. Do we get a response there? Just a guy. Okay, so if you visit the robots.txt, you see my user agent has a standard user agent. Says I'm, Mozilla Windows, which I'm not using Windows. It's a ridiculous user agent, whatever. And it says, you're not a search engine. You can't read my robots.txt. So the first thing you need to think of is, how does it know I'm not a search engine? Well, it's because my user agent says I'm a browser. And so if I send this to repeater, all I need to do is change my user agent to Google. This isn't really indicative of that, but if you Google the Google web crawler user agent, you'll see that it uses the user agent Googlebot, I believe. Oh, it's got a ton of them now. But Googlebot is generally the one it uses. So basically, there's on this server, it's checking the user agent for various terms. I wonder if I put Yahoo in here, it'll probably find it as well. No, it doesn't. Okay, because Yahoo's not a search engine. Bing is also not a search engine. So apparently, according to this, Google is the only search engine, which, to be honest, is quite accurate. So, cool. All right. So yeah, you need to be a specific search engine in order to access this file. But here we go. We have what looks like a you see here lang equals en.php and lang equals es.php. It's probably including stuff. So I wonder if I set up my Python web server again, port 8000 test.txt, port 8000 test.txt. Okay, it doesn't get any of that. Can we though? Just do this. Etsy password. We can. Look at that. Lovely. So this is just a simple file inclusion, local file inclusion vulnerability. I got a lot of flack a few months ago for saying this was local file inclusion. Apparently this is local file disclosure. OWASP thinks it's local file inclusion. Every single other web app source seems to think it's local file inclusion. So yeah, I would say this is local file inclusion, to be honest with you. A lot of people are like, oh, you have to include PHP files for it to be inclusion. I don't believe in that. I think that's ridiculous. So what I'm wondering is, can we just do index.php or something? Apparently not. I think that's how it originally worked out, Al, but to be honest with you, it makes zero sense anymore. Like, why would you have such a big vulnerability that only includes PHP, you know? It's just dumb. I wonder if we can use PHP filters. So filters. I even have a slide in my web app course which basically says, this is what some people think. I think they're wrong. We're going to just go with what I think. For some reason my... Oh, it's probably because... What is using so much freaking CPU? I don't like this. Apparently it's... No, it's not Firefox. Come on. Well, Ferox Buster's using a ton. Okay, it's gone down a little. Alright, PHP filters. Should probably search for LFI. There's a bunch of nice ones. There we go. I'm gonna get rid of all this crap. Okay, so PHP filters are these weird things where you can basically do a bunch of operations on certain files. If you find LFI in PHP, which this clearly is because the PHP is here, you can start doing potentially some weird stuff like... Apparently not that. Did I... Oh, I need to encode it, that's why. Oh, hang on. Burp crashed, that's why. Burp crashed, but my browser didn't. I don't know why burp crashed, but we're... okay, hang on a minute. I need to... I don't want burp to display my name when I open it, so I'm going to open it up without you guys looking. Wait, you seriously monster in the middle is a thing? That's ridiculous. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's remotely reasonable. Why can't I... do I have... History, maybe, would be useful. Recent closed 4 tabs. There we go, restore that window. Nice. Get rid of that. Yeah, it worked. Okay, so if you can see this, let me actually copy it to here. And possibly zoom in and then adjust that a little bit for you guys. and total software app. So the lang parameter is what's included in the file. So we tried etc password and we got etc password. Obviously, if we try and include a PHP file, it's going to actually render the PHP code. It's going to execute the PHP code, which is why we want to try out these PHP filters. So PHP filters are these weird things where you can effectively give it a URI, right? PHP colon / filter, and then you can give it an optional convert. In this case, I want a base 64 it. Resource equals, and then pass the resource. And what this does is it fetches the resource, base 64 encodes it, and then outputs the base 64 encoding. Right, so this is all base 64 encoded, and it's still the etc password file. If we copy this across to Hackversa, there you go. So that works. So, well, I guess I want to try. Let's actually see if we have any cool users here. We have a user called Tom. I should probably actually and we get to this URL. Find this. Come on. LFI. Which is this one. Okay, and we can also use PHP filters, so I'm going to do that. Okay. So there, we have two ways of grabbing the etc password file. All right. What we can try and do now is let's see if we can grab anything interesting out of Tom. So, for instance, can we grab Tom's ID RSA file? We cannot. Can we do his bash history? Apparently not. Okay. Did our directory busting get anything? I'm just going to zoom out now. I found a few things. So it found JavaScript and manual. So let's actually just check those out for now. No permission. Okay, and that's just the Apache server config. But we didn't get anything else. This looks like it's all the same thing, right? Let's just go to this one. This is probably the same kind of robots file. Yeah, okay. So we did try and grab remote. We did try a remote file inclusion. It didn't seem to work. Right? Let me just double check. http://192.168.49.223.8000. Yeah, we got nothing. Log poisoning might work as well, yeah. So we would have to try and at least find the Apache logs, which is probably in var log apache 2 access.log. But it's not. Well, WP config would make no sense because we haven't found a WordPress blog yet. It could be in just Apache. It could be in HTTPD. Doesn't look like it. We can check out the host name, inclusiveness, host. Okay. We could. We know there are two files. En.php. We also know this is probably an index.php. So actually, if we go back to this one, if I just do index.php, we should, yeah, at least find. I'm gonna do the page source for this one. I'm gonna get rid of some of these. So this index.php here refers to basically this file. You see how there's a, you probably can't see that, but there's you see how there's a question mark? So a / followed by a question mark. This is just basically there's a hidden index.php there that you can't see, but the server knows about. Let's just decode this and see what happens. Because this should get us the PHP. Possibly? Okay. It does. So if I hadn't done that, right, if I hadn't done that PHP filtering trick, if I just take the PHP filter out and do this, so lang equals index.php, it would actually, yes, this is going to crash the box because it's recursing. Because we're using the lang parameter to include the index.php code, which is going to execute it, and because the index.php includes the lang parameter, it's going to include the index. So what I just did there was an infinite loop by mistake. This, oh my god, is it going to crash again? Yeah. Okay, so this is why you don't do that. So you can probably see what was happening, right? If, yeah, there we go. Okay, it died. All right, good. Oh no, okay, fucking burp died again. Great. Hang on. Yeah, I really probably should have thought about not doing that. We already checked the root directory for the pub folder. Come on. There we go. Alright. Sorry about that. Alright, I'm just gonna quit these stupid browsers. Yeah, the FTP folder was called pub. History, recently closed. Restore window. Alright, so we have this one. We can use Hackverter to grab it again. Yeah, we're just exploring right now, okay? We're doing our due diligence. So we're going to try and look up what en.php and es.php contain. So we're going to do en.php. We're going to start a new one. And decode base64. So that contains nothing. And I'm guessing es.php is going to contain nothing as well. In fact, I'm just going to put it in here. Yep. Alright, okay, we'll do the battle in a sec. Let's look up the VSFTPD default directory. So actually we can find it because we can read etc vsftpd.conf. And we don't need this. just put this here. Cool. Does this tell us anything useful? Possibly not. It might, yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to find evidence it's var FTP. We might be able to include that, yeah. Oh, default directory for anonymous. Okay, hang on. This might be srv/ftp, so we can check that. So we'll try srv ftp pub test.txt. No, okay. So we'll try var. Whoops, I'll try var instead of var4. There we go. Alright. So I don't know where that information is. Okay, there's one here. From 2012. This one from 2020 says it's SRV. So, what I was trying to do there is show how you find that information. Google, apparently not the best place to ask it. Basically, just try places. So, we know we can now just upload a PHP file here, right? And get onto the box. Yeah. Let's do Stream Raiders. We'll try including proc self environ. And then we'll just generate a reverse shell and get a shell on this box, which is actually quite a nice way of doing it. Oh, did the password file show that? Yeah, I mean the password file actually showed srv/ftp, so that was wrong. Interestingly. All right, we're gonna open. Oh, I'm not gonna pick the window. All right, well done, the Mr. 7. We'll start this battle and go back to the screen. All right, let's try this this proc self environ. No, that didn't work. Never mind. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna create tib.php. And in tib.php, we're going to use a rev shell. Same rev shell as before. Oops. Okay, here we go. All right. Oh, no. PHP. There we go. That should run. Now I need to connect to FTP. Anonymous. CD into pub. Put tib.php. Exit. And then we're going to do an NC. Close this shell. Finally, we will go to here. Tib.php. And Why did that not work? Can we... Let's double check it's on there, I guess. It is on there. Should work. Let's actually double check we can access it via so we'll use our PHP filter. So it is... It looks like it is accessing it. So it's possible that the system... possible that the system just wasn't working. Okay. Let's just go back to basics and just try and upload a command shell. So I'm going to vim cmd.php. We'll just do a very simple command shell. That should work. Okay. Now we need to do this. CMD and 0 equals ID. Okay, so I mean that does work. I don't know why the other one wasn't working. It might be that this command just doesn't like it. So let's quit out of this. Exit. Let's encode this command and see. It might be that it doesn't like bin.sh. It might be it doesn't like nc. We will have a look. We need to URL encode it though. Yeah, we'll check that out in a minute. Let's try this one. It's basically gonna be trial and error. Okay. Let's see if we can curl. 192.168.49.223. Yeah. So we can reach out on port 80. And we can reach out on port 4444. So that's not the issue. The issue seems to be actually doing the shell. So the question, I guess, then is we should check and see if firstly if mknod is available. It is. Let's check if sh is available, which should be. Ah! Well, bin sh does go to dash. We can always change that to bin bash, though. And let's see if nc is available. nc is not available. There we go. That's why. So there's no bin nc. Okay, there is bin NC. So can I just do bin NC dash help? No. Alright. Either way, I wonder if we can just do... So let's just edit this command here. Oops. That. Do this. Oop, no, we'll do this. See if we can get it working. Oops, come on. So we're going to try doing, instead of bin sh, we're going to use bin bash. And instead of nc, we're going to use bin nc. And try that. So we need to encode this. Yeah, I know. There's tons of ways you can do it. This is just experimentation. This is how you should try things. You know, just try different things. So that didn't work at all. This is probably it's probably an issue with bash. So I wonder if we can just execute bin bash, like bin bash -c id. We can do that. So we could probably, if we go back here to this bash shell, we can probably just copy this and put it inside a bash -c prompt. If that makes sense. So we could do bin bash -c that. And send it through here. Doesn't look like NC is on the box. I didn't mean to do that. Copy. Yeah, HackVerters I think is in the free edition. So let's try that. That looks more promising. There we go. Boom. Some nice debugging there. All right. Do we have Python? We do. So we can set up a nice shell. Import pty. Pty.spawn. Oh, hang on a minute. I should do... We're in.
We are in.
Okay. Control Z. STTY. Get the size. STTY. Oops, hang on. STTY raw-echo foreground. Enter STTY cols 145 rows 36. Okay. And then export term. Do that. There we go. Equals x term 256 color. And now I should have a full shell. Yay, look at that. Okay. Cool. So then we could just so hang on, we found the so found FTP directory. Upload cmd.php to the directory and get a rev shell. Copy that. Nice. Okay. Okay, let's just have a look around for stuff. Nothing interesting there. Can I sudo? I cannot because I don't have a password. Okay, let's go into the home directory. Interesting. And grab local.txt. So we'll submit local.txt. Save. Okay. Happy 4th, Angel. Okay, we have this rootshell.c, which is compiled to rootshell, and it's owned by root and it's an SUID. So, I mean, this is clearly how we get this. Checking if you are Tom. Okay. Surely. Come on. We just do So what I'm thinking, chat, maybe. Oops, no, I don't want to do that. Clear. At root shell C. This just runs the command who am I, but it doesn't run. It doesn't run like who am I as an actual command, like a system command. It doesn't do it with an absolute path, which means if I just export the path, I think this should work. Yep. Boom. Okay. So, so basically, this root shell.c, right, checks if we're Tom. We're not Tom. We're data. It does this by running who am I. Now, it shouldn't really. Hang on. Export. Hang on a minute. Let me go onto my regular. Which who am I? Who am I is usually user bin who am I, right? So let's actually try that. User bin. Who am I? Yeah. Okay, so if I run user bin who am I get data, right? Now, obviously you don't want to have to type user bin who am I all the time, so you have this thing called a path. Right? Which tells you, hey, first look in this directory, then this directory, then this directory for the file who am I. Alright, and once it finds one, it stops and it runs that file. So you can have multiple who am I files in any of these directories, but it'll only use the first one that's in the path. So what I noticed was this isn't using a path. This isn't using /user/bin/who am I. It's just using who am I, which means it's going to use the path. And it's going to inherit the path from the user that runs the file, because that's just how it works. So what I did is I went to /temp. I created a who am I file, which is just a bash file that echoes the word Tom. Right, chmodded it so it's executable, so I can do /who am I, right? Or I could do temp who am I, and it would just give me Tom. Then I changed my path. Where was it? Did I do it up here? Well, okay, I changed my path. So basically I did, I wonder if you can do, yeah, I did this, right? Export path equals, and I prefixed my path with /temp. I put a colon, and then I just do the rest. So this is the current path, and all I did was I prefix it with /temp. Alright, that has the, oh, hang on. Yeah. No, I don't know why I casted that, I want to echo it. You echo path, you get /temp, then all this, right? So it's when it's looking for the who am I binary, it's just gonna look in /temp first, and what do you know? there's a who am I binary in /temp. So it is going to run that one. And this code, all it does is it runs it. It sets the output to F. It then creates a user. It creates a string. A character array for the user, and then it gets the user. It fills the character array with the output of F, which is the output of the whoami file, right? It then tells you, okay, you are this user. Then it does a string comparison. If the user in this array, right, which is just the output of the whoami file, is equal to Tom, then access is granted. Well, my whoami file always outputs Tom, so that's always going to work. And so basically I'm bypassing this check. Does that make sense? So if I go to home, Tom, and then just run root shell, checking if you're Tom. We're not Tom, right? We're dub data. But because it runs my whoami, right? My whoami file, which just echoes the word Tom back, it gives me access granted. Okay, so now we can cd into root. Because we're now root, right? Cat proof.txt. Did anyone not understand that? I probably should do a... There we go.
I'm in.
Inclusiveness, submit flag. Go away, Angel. I'm gonna time you out. Alright. Somebody wanted a Rubik's Cube solved. You gotta say clear as a rainy day and then go, what? Yeah, the paths, so this is how paths work. So, like, I have a lot of stuff configured, so, like, my path has pyenv first. Various things, like Go. Go is before anything else. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of crap, right? But yeah, effectively, you could have multiple binaries that do exactly the same thing. They're just stored all over the place. But yeah. Alright, webcam. Yeah, it is similar in Windows. Windows is a bit weirder. Alright, we're going to scramble this. I'm going to look away. You see the... Yeah, okay, you can see the cube. Good, good, good. Okay. This looks like... I don't even need to peek. I can solve this thing. Okay, ready, and let's go. Okay, you guys can see that good. Fingers are slipping all over the place. Lovely. What am I doing? Honestly, it's not that it's not that easy. It's just algorithms. Like I can as soon as I know what I'm doing, I can look away. You might notice that. Like I can look away right now. Like now I know what I'm doing, I can just do that. Because all I need to do is see. There you go. Once I know the algorithm, it takes me like a couple of seconds to realize what algorithm I need to use, and then I have the algorithm is all muscle memory. So it's like personal best is under a minute. I use like it's a very beginner method for speed solving it. It's nowhere expert. I mean, I don't really have too much interest. All I wanted to do was learn how to solve it and then solve it slightly fast.
New subscription received. Dispensing gratitude.
Why of? Thank you for the subscription. Thank you, my friend. You get a spin on the lovely wheel. All right. And a first-time chatter. Thank you so much. Okay, let's go back to this. We'll do the spins. All right, Wyav, you get your spin for subscribing. Let's see what you get. Cat time. All right. Wyav, you have 3 cats to choose from. You can choose from Arya, Tiri, and Raven. Which one do you want? I'll post their names in chat. Choose a cat, and I will deliver a cat if I can find that cat. That is the only problem. Usually Arya and Tiri are easier to find. Raven sometimes hides. But I will try my best. Raven. Yeah, she's a popular choice. Alright, I will be right back with, hopefully, with a Raven. Okay. Raven. Okay. He's Raven. She's the big one, look. Big kitty. Alright, Raven, I'll let you go. Here you go. Okay. Alright, that was Raven. Right, I think we have time for one more box. I should probably actually... It's not... The hole in the wall is not my problem. It's whoever installed the stupid wall. And it's not a hole in the wall. It's literally... It's a light switch, which... When they redid the wall, they did not line up properly. So it's not my problem. And... I haven't gotten to fix it yet. I'm sure someone will fix it at some point. Alright, so home, Tom, root shell is SUID, code is this. Oops. Now, actually, let's just check something, because this box... Let's exit. Oh, has it crashed it? No, okay. Could we have just done strings on root shell? Yeah, they didn't even need to give us the code, so I do teach some of this in my course. Like, usually you wouldn't have this lovely code here, which we could just analyze. If you don't have the code, you could just run strings on the SUID binary, and there's various clues here, like, you know, who am I is right there without any kind of absolute file path. There's obviously the set UID stuff. There's popen, right, which is one of the ways you can run files. So yeah, you didn't really need to have this, but I guess because it's an easy box, that's why they did it. Okay. So let's do a poll then. So we'll do again which platform. We're sticking with we're sticking with Proving Grounds. We're moving to TryHackMe. Also, we have 69 viewers.
Nice.
There you go. You got 2 minutes to vote on the platform. Let's kill this shell. Kill this. Did we submit the root flag? I hope we did. Yes, we did. Excellent. Stock box. Why is Proving Grounds so popular exactly? I guess it's it is slightly easier. So probably good for Side Mentoring Monday. TryHackMe does have some good boxes though. Oh, how old's Raven? I believe she's 5 or 6. And yeah, Filipino, yeah, that's it's known as, I think it's God's number or something. God's number, Rubik's Cube. Yeah. Can't spell Rubik's apparently, but there we go. Yeah, so it can always be solved in 20 or fewer moves. I think they've proven that now. Like, so the worst scrambled Rubik's Cube takes 20 moves to solve. Oh, we freaking tied again. All right, well, we get a chance. So heads is TryHackMe, tails is Proving Grounds. There we go, we get TryHackMe. Okay, let's do a search. So, challenges, difficulty, easy, hide completed. Hey, Owen codes. Let's sort by newest. Now, obviously, there's a few rules we do here. We don't do stuff like forensics. We don't do binary exploitation, reversing. We try and avoid steganography because it's not really hacking. What have we got here? So almost none of these are any good. We'll do the battle in a sec. JPG chat, yeah, that seems interesting. Magician? All in one, maybe? Fun box where you get to exploit the system in several ways? Sure. Alright, so we'll do another vote and then we'll play Stream Raiders. So we've got JPG chat, Magician, and all in one. Alright, 2 minutes to actually spell things correctly. There you go. Alright, Stream Raiders. seem to be doing pretty good. Nice. Well done, everybody. Well done, Particle de Dieu. Okay, and we got a boss battle, so we need everybody's help here. All right. All in One is currently winning. There's only 5 votes. We have 45 seconds-ish, maybe slightly less left. Please vote for the box you want. Well, All in One is looking like it's going to win. So, yeah, pretty sure it's going to win. So we'll start the machine. I will connect to the TryHackMe VPN. Hack me. And... okay. Okay, alright. Let's do 5 minutes to fully boot. Awesome. So we will do some marbles and we'll do the giveaway actually. So you can enter the marble race if you don't want the coupon. It's so it's a 2-month TryHackMe voucher. The winner of the race will get to decide what to do with the voucher. If they want to keep it, they can keep it. If they don't need it, they can either give it to a friend or they can say, okay, second place gets it, or whatever. Whoever gets it gets it. Right. Let's choose a good one. Off the rails sounds fun. But again, this is for a 2-month TryHackMe voucher. If you win and you don't want the voucher, that's fine. Let's just, have a fun marble race. Exclamation point play to enter the race. And the winner gets to control what happens to the voucher. I will also play, and if I win, we'll just do another race. 2 for 1. Alright, I am going to start the countdown. You got still a minute to enter. Exclamation point play in chat. You can see everybody doing it. No reason not to enter. Always fun to play marbles, and who knows? You might win something. 40 seconds left. Exclamation point play. Right. Final 20 seconds to enter. Again, 2-month TryHackMe voucher, which means for 2 months, you can use any of the subscription-only rooms on TryHackMe. There's a lot of great content. Exclamation point play in the chat. And they are off. We have currently a stream record on this map from Ricard. Of 1 minute 47. So see if you can beat that. Particle de Dieu currently in first place. No, Leon actually. And Ticker getting caught. Armageddon. Yep, looks like Armageddon is currently in first, but Leon very close behind. Particle de Dieu on the opposite side of the map. It looks like Leon actually chose the slightly faster route here. Will they get round? But Armageddon in front actually now. And Particle de Dieu, yes, this is a complicated one. It's not entirely sure which one is faster, but Particle de Dieu way out in front now. Fieldsbra, a few people actually. I can see DZE, myself, Compendium, Green Spock. Wait a minute, how did... Okay, there were a few people ahead apparently, but Particle Jajir is again ahead with the Mr. 7. Oh, but he hit a ramp. And looks like the Mr. 7 now takes the lead. Ah, this is a tricky bit though. You can fall off here. But the Mr. 7 wins it. Urizen and Particle Jajir come second and third. We've got Green Spock coming in. And he'll make it. Also, you beat the stream record. In fact, 4 of you beat the stream record. Well done. All right. Few people running off. Compendium is out. Just went straight over. Berry Dweena coming in. She makes it. I don't. F's in chat for me. Lick Smoke is in. Here comes Rickard, the non-ghost. Did not make it. Ticker was there at the beginning. Didn't make it until the end here. Angel D. Will Angel D beat the fire? No, maybe? He did. He just made it in. Just made it in. Look at that. All right, Mr. 7. You win control of the voucher. What do you want to do with it? Do you want to keep it for yourself? Do you want to give it to a friend? Or do you want to give it to somebody else who won maybe second or third place? Let me know in chat. What do you want to do? And we will switch back. I'll get out of this menu, actually. Actually, no, I'll leave the menu up just in case. You give it to a friend? All right. I will, after the stream, I'll message you on Twitch, Whisper. And yeah, I'll give you the coupon. I'm just going to type your name. The Mr. Just making sure I got your name spelt right. Yeah, alright. Voucher. Alright, cool. Alright, we have an IP address. This is all in one. Let's set up a thing in the TryHackMe folder here. Empty. Full width. Here's the IP address. And I guess I could technically add all in one as a host name, but let's not. Because I'm not entirely sure if it needs dashes or anything. Let's just run over recon and see what happens. Alright, we're going to close a bunch of these tabs from the previous box. And that's all good. So looks like we just got a user and root txt, so we should be fine. It says there's a few intended paths and a few unintended paths. Right, we'll have a look and see what happens. All right, I'm gonna close that. Let's see. All in one. What have we got so far? Well, we have port 21 FTP. There's anonymous FTP allowed, so I guess we'll start off with that. FTP anonymous. Okay, there's nothing in there. Can we write to it? Let's check. FTP anonymous, and we'll put test.txt. Couldn't create file. Okay, interesting. So I wonder if there's maybe another user we have to find for that one. Port 22, again, we'll check it just to see public key and password. You can also check the version. It looks like it's an Ubuntu box, potentially. And we also have port 80, which is a default page for Ubuntu. No files found yet. Anything on Nmap? Doesn't look like it, apart from there is a WordPress blog. Okay. So we do have a WordPress blog. I didn't copy the IP address, so let's do that. So we have a WordPress blog. Okay. So yeah, again, with WordPress, we had this all before. We're just going to use WP scan. I'm going to go back a few to get to the main. There we go. This is a nice one. This is going to enumerate vulnerable plugins, vulnerable themes, config backups, database exports, etc., etc. This is the default theme. That's why. There we go. So we can put here HTTP 80 WordPress blog. Okay. It's enumerating vulnerable plugins. Didn't find any vulnerable plugins. We can always have a look at the page source and see if there's anything here. Specifically, any comments. It doesn't look like it. Okay, we're now enumerating users. We do know, yeah, one user. So we can brute force that one user, Iliana, with passwords, user, share, word list. Oh, hang on. Well, I forgot to turn off the enumeration, but there we go. Hey, Murky Boy. I'm doing alright, thank you very much. We are just trying this final box. Actually, I should probably update my subject. So this is a TryHackMe all in one. Did we find anything else? The OTCP port scan. No, that finished in 1 minute and 27 seconds. So it's just scanning Dirbuster. So Dirbuster probably did find WordPress eventually. It didn't yet. Probably because WordPress is near the end of the word list. Alright, we do have... we do have this version of Mailmaster. So Mailmaster 1.0, we're going to do some searching. Mailmaster 1.0 exploit, looks like there is one. Interesting. The local file inclusion. We have Reflex Gallery 317. So 317 would probably fix this. Okay. Alright, so we can just go to this, look. This is very similar to the one we were using before. Nice. Okay, so we have an Eliana user there. So actually I should probably make a note of this. This was Mailmaster 1.0. As an LFI. And post that. Post a link to the exploit. I should probably update my my WordPress config, I guess, if it's not finding it. Okay, so let's see if we can extract maybe anything from the Eliana user. So obviously the first thing we want to try is there's an SSH key. There's not. We could try her bash history. Nothing there. Looks like maybe we just can't get into her directory. Can we use the PHP filters though? So we used these earlier, PHP filter. This one specifically, because we could probably use this to read. Let's just make sure it works. Yep, so this is the base encoded Etsy password file. So what we could probably do is we can probably work out the index.php WordPress. It's probably an HTML. Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be the WordPress index page, I imagine. Base64 decode, yes. So now we can look up the config file. So now we just want wp-config.php. And this should be this one. And then if we put this in here, we should get a password to the database. And the database username is Eliana. Look at that. Okay, we can cancel this. All right. So we can use PHP filters to get contents of wp-config.php. And we'll just extract a few choice things there. This is really all we care about. So we have Eliana and HackMe123. Let's try that in SSH. So we do SSH Eliana at 10.10.150.175. Yes. And that password, I'm just going to make sure I actually did copy it. I did. Hang on. Yep. So maybe that might be her password for the actual WordPress blog itself. 50. So we'll try wp-admin. There we go. Okay, so that worked. So password does not work for SSH, but does for WordPress admin. Now, if you're an admin in WordPress and the WordPress files are writable by the web server user, you can actually update the files and store your own PHP code. So hopefully that's what's going to happen here. So I believe we go to, is it appearance? Yep. I think it's theme editor. So what we want to do is go to we're going to go down here to probably just the index, main index template. Yeah, error.php is okay. But let's just do this first. So we do echo Tiberius. Okay, so we get that. Let's just go back here. There we go. So we can effectively just do do that. Update the file. If we refresh, it probably might. Well, it doesn't complain good, but if we do cmd equals id, you get that, which means we can now just generate a reverse shell. Rev shell gem. We obviously want to update on my IP address. That was for proving grounds, so we're going to do 10.13.2.135. Okay. We'll listen on 4444. We also need to encode this properly using URL encoding. And if we do this, hopefully that looks promising. And yes, we're in.
We are in.
We don't have Python. Do we have Python 3? We do. Python 3-c import pty pty.spawn bin bash. Okay. Control Z that stty. I should probably actually, before we do that, get rid of this. Stty size, stty raw, stty cols 145 rows 36. Export term equals x term 256 color. And now we should have a full shell. We can cancel and everything. All right. Now I guess we should try and SU to the Eliana user, because it's possible that she just wasn't allowed to SSH. So we'll try that. Doesn't look good though. But if we do sudo-l, we'll try her password for data. No. Was the right password there. Alright, so we'll go to var www and actually have a look around, see if there's anything interesting. Okay, there was this lovely hackathons directory. Interesting. Oh, no, it's not a directory, it's a file. How much I hate the smell of vinegar. Weird. DVC and this one. Okay, so what directory are we in? We're in var www. Okay. Yeah, so there is a var www HTML hackathons, which has this in it. Let's just see if that's the password for Eliana. That's the right, yeah. Sudo-l, maybe it's a password for www data. Okay. Is it the root password, maybe? No. It could be this could be the entire password. It could have a space in it. We don't know. We just can't see password. Are there any other users on this box? 1000 doesn't look like it. We'll try Eliana with this password then. One with the space. No. We'll do sudo-l. Try it for us. Vision is. Oh, okay. The vinegar thing. Yeah, good idea actually. We are in. Yeah, the Visionaire cipher. There's something. Let's try that. Visionaire cipher solver. Decode.fr is a very good site for this, by the way. Well, I don't think this is anything. Oh, hang on. Maybe DVC is the. Hang on. Maybe DVC is the password. But I don't know. I mean, if this works, that would be great. Oops. Don't know if that actually worked or if I mistyped. Man, I don't know. That was weird. Let's have another look around. Let's go into the home directory. Go into Eliana. Well, she can sudo as admin. We don't want to use the hint. She has a bash history. It's only readable by her, though. All right. Well, let's just wget. Yeah, SUID. Actually, yeah, we should do SUIDs first. Good point. If SUIDs don't work, we'll run limps and see. Okay. All right then. I mean, this box does have multiple, and we also have chmod. Okay, there's tons of ways in. Bin bash is okay, and chmod is yeah. I mean, so there's tons of ways we could. I mean, with bin bash, you can literally just spawn a. So we could do bin bash -p -c. Actually, yeah. No, just -i, I think. So, I mean, we technically just skipped all the way to root. With chmod, you could have done anything. You could have made any file readable, like etsy shadow. You could have made You can make Etsy Shadow writable. You could have written an entirely new password for the root user. Yeah. This, yeah, I mean... I guess this... Let's just complete the box. Well, let's just grab the flags first. User.txt. That looks to me like... Weirdly, maybe base 64? It is, so that's actually the base 64 encoded user.txt. Guess as an extra bit of a challenge, maybe? Okay. And then cat root.txt is the same thing. So we just need to shove this in Hackverter here. Grab that. Alright. Okay. Still the box running, that's fine. Alright, let's do Stream Raiders. The last one of the stream. Yeah, there we go. And then yeah, let's see what this encryption thing is. They don't know what this Visioneer cipher thing is. Looks like we're winning, which is going to be fun. Means we defeated the campaign, I think. Well done, the Mr. 7 and Compendium 66. And we did indeed defeat the boss. Oh my goodness, we got all these, look. Gonna grab them all before they expire. Upgrade a lot of my units now. Okay, and yeah. Nice. Perfect. Okay. Nice one, chat. Okay, let's... We're gonna try this cryptanalysis, I guess. This is a very strange box. Maybe. Oh, maybe the passwords keep going? And I'll put this back. I'll put this DVC bit back in, I guess. No result. Why is there no result? Oh, hang on, that's the plain text word. Oh, TryHack. There we go. That was it. So we figured out that this. So this was the pass. This was the key. Keep going to this, and this becomes TryHackMe. So I guess we can now Eliana. Or not. Did I not paste that properly? Maybe it's root's password? Okay, is it my password? No. I thought we did, because it was HackMe123 was this one. Yeah, we already tried HackMe. Visioneer cipher with keep going as key. Yeah, we already got HackMe at 123. Let's try SSH again. Oops. No. Yeah, it could have been like, I guess, if we'd found the hackathons directory. So yeah, if our directory busting had found because that was readable, I think. Like if we go here. No, okay, maybe not. There's only... I guess not. Weird. Is it probably because it's... It should be readable. It's world readable. Yeah, maybe... Yeah, okay, there we go. Okay, so that was that bit. Alright, I mean, let's grab 10, 13, 2, 1 through 5, Rivesk, Linpeas, H. Six. SH. Dash Q T. Alright, we'll see. I'm not sure it's a little rabbit hole. I think it was just that's another way of getting that the password for that user. Because remember the way we got the password was through the LFI by using PHP filters to grab the WP config file. But I guess if you don't know that and you found yeah, it was the credits for the WordPress. Okay. My god, there's a TMUX session. There's tons of stuff. Okay. What have we got here? Alright, it's vulnerable to this CVE. I think, isn't that PwnKit? I'm pretty sure that's PwnKit. Elion is the host name. Yeah, it's vulnerable to PwnKit. We won't do PwnKit. It's annoying. It's running. It's running a LXC, which means we can probably run. Oh, actually, LXC was sudo, I think. No, SUID. Yeah. There's whatever this thing is. Oh, that's the daily. There's a backup script. Yeah, I'm gonna cancel this crap. Boy. There's a ton of stuff. No, our user was just in dub data. But I believe LXD was running. Sorry, LXC was an SUID. There's just a ton of stuff on here. This TMUX session we can probably exploit. I'm just gonna write down some stuff actually. So we have this TMUX session. SOCAT was SUID as well, which means we can just effectively run. We can run bin bash over a socket. I hate that it scrolls down. Okay, what else was there? Capabilities. Okay, nothing with interesting capabilities. This might be interesting, I guess. I don't know. You could always connect to the MySQL database and see if there's any other databases. All right, let's see what some of these do. We got a few minutes. I mean, so this is a root file which clearly runs every X minutes, and it's also writable. So I mean, we could probably. Chmod plus XS. I mean, we don't need to do this because we already have that. But now we've got this command in there, so if this runs every minute, we'll check /temp in a bit, and we'll see if we have a root bash file. This one, TMUX session. I think you can just do. How do you attach to a session? There is a way of doing it. Actrix TMUX session. We go here. -S. Yeah. So I think we can do tmux-s. Whoops. Tmux-s. That. ls. No, there's no server running on that. Hang on, attach. That might not be a thing. Attach T0? Sorry. Is a directory. Oh, come on. Alright, I don't think there's anything in there. This was interesting. Oh, we should check temp. There is no root bash. Interesting. Okay. There we go. Lovely place to store your password there. Easy, right? It was. Alright, so now we get Elian. Actually, we probably SSH in. It's probably easier. There we go.
We are in.
Now we can do sudo -l. Oh, there we go. We can run socat using sudo. Let's just, for the hell of it, socat as sudo. You can run this. And we're now root. Which groups we're in? We're also in the LXD group. So we can do the LXD privilege escalation if we wanted to. It's a pain in the ass though. Matrix LXD. But if you're interested, this is how you do it. It's kind of annoying. Actually, I might have it. If I have it installed, we might do it. Because I think I have it in var www. I do. Okay. For the last thing, we'll do this then. We'll do it. Okay. So we need. So I already pre-built this ages ago. So what we'll do is we'll wget http 10.13.2.135. Download this Alpine binary, and effectively what we're doing is we're starting here, and we're just going to paste these commands in. Okay. LXD init. Test. We're just going to basically use as many of the defaults as possible. Okay, LXDBR1. It's annoying. Okay. Did that actually error? It did. It might still work though, because we're not using the default group. So we do this. Effectively, how this trick works is you mount the /, so this hosts / directory to cd/mnt/root on the container. So lxc start container. And then if we do lxc exec, so basically what we're doing, we're executing binsh on the container, because obviously we can run as root. Now if we go into mnt, we see there's a root directory, and this should be the root directory of the host. So we currently have a shell on the container, but this is the root directory of the host. And if we cd into root, yeah, there we go, there's a root.txt. That makes sense? So that's only because we were in this LXD group as Eliana. Here. So effectively what we were doing was we created created a container which with a precompiled, basically a very small Linux distro, Alpine. Create a container, said, hey, when you start the container, mount / so basically this / is the host, and this mnt root is on the container. So we're mounting effectively the root directory as mnt root, start the container, get a shell on the container, cd into /mnt/root, and then we can basically see everything. Well, that's how that works. Interesting box. We'll give it a like. But yeah, that was it. Okay. I think that's a good place to leave it. So we'll see, is anyone streaming? Oh, Gar7 is streaming. So we're gonna raid Gar7. And we're also going to put the stream ending thing up. So on the screen of my socials, please follow me on Twitter, join the Discord server, subscribe to my YouTube channel where I'll upload a slightly edited version of this, and give me a follow on Twitch so you'll get notifications of when I go live. Hope everybody had a great Side Mentoring Monday. Hope I was able to grab a few new people from Europe. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Web App Wednesday probably. I'm not sure what we'll be doing. We'll find something fun to do. But otherwise, I will see you when I see you. Let's raid Gar7.